Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Organist Concert and Seminar Series. Thank you for joining us again, once again this week. And we are always excited to have you join us. For those joining us for the first time, this is Organist Concert and Seminar Series at the Organ House, Mountaintop University, Nigeria. The Organ House Concert and Seminar Series is a research and digital documentation initiative of the Department of Music at Mountaintop University, where music and artistic conversation takes place. And this is a safe space where we discuss issues within and outside music. It's a safe space because we allow and empower voices, creativity, and expression of diverse and even contrasting views on matters around music and the connection between artistic and creative works. Musicology, ethnomusicology, performances, historical documentation, particularly from Nigeria perspective and how it relates to African continent. You can check our social media page, especially our YouTube, for more recording. The link is in our chat box and you can do it to click on it and also subscribe so you can get notified when we upload new videos. My name is Grace Adegoke and I'm your host for today. Today we have a renowned organist, choral director, music educator, scholar, music entrepreneur. He has a long-standing experience while also advancing contemporary perspective on organ music and choral cultures in Nigeria. Like other Nigerian musical cultures and creative space, the organ and choral music landscape in Nigeria are vast, dynamic, and shaped by diverse artistic, creative, political, doctrinal, and performance culture. In this series, the aim is to explore organ music and choral cultures in Nigeria, focusing on artistic practices and creative performance style, entrepreneurship and lived experience, and stories of musicians, choral directors, church organists, choirmaster, choirmistress, music minister, choirs, organ vendors, and technicians. Dr. Fadeyi, you're welcome to Organ House. How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you so much. I know many of you know Dr. Fadeyi very well, and those of you who are just meeting him for the first time, Dr. Segun Fadeyi had his undergraduate training, music performance, particularly at Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. He had his master's degree with distinction and PhD in music, theory and composition from University of Lagos. Dr. Fadeyi has taught across primary, secondary, and post-secondary levels of education, including Engrain International School and Yaba Tech Secondary School. He is the author and publisher of music textbooks for primary to senior secondary classes and for music external examinations. Dr. Fadeyi is the founder and music director at Zenith Voices, a choral group that has performed masterworks of foreign and local composers. He is the choirmaster and organist of All Saints Anglican Church, Yaba. He was the organist and choirmaster of Holy Trinity Church, BAHM Anglican Church, Surulere, St. Andrew's Church, St. Stephen's Church, Ebenezer African Church, Shomolu, and FACM Ebenezer Parish, Bariga. Dr. Fadeyi is an experienced organist, composer, author, publisher, and seasoned choral director. Now let's come to the business of today. We are going to have a conversation, and after the conversation, we are going to call up people to ask their questions. So it is not the conventional seminar or presentation. It is a discussion to hear from and to know the lived experience of a man. So, Dr. Fadeyi, what really motivated your entry into music?
I've always been a choir boy.
Okay.
By the way, before I continue, because of my church. Yeah, BHM, that's BAM Church, Surulere. They know their church as BAM. So when you say BHM, they may not understand.
All right.
So let me quickly say that. Like I said, I've always been a choir boy, but I got inspired to play the organ when my church engaged an organist who happens to be my age mate or age group. So I was like, if this man can do it, I should be able to do it. I was in my early 20s then. So that was how I got into music practice, really. And for record purpose, within 6 months, when started learning music. Then I started leading my choir. Because my organist left immediately. So I took it seriously. And
Yeah.
since then, I've been putting in my best till today. That's what actually inspired me. I just felt if my age mate can do it, I should be able to do it.
True, true. Thank you, Dr. Fadeyi. Then how will you describe your education and early career as an organist and choral director?
Very inspiring. Very inspiring. I've been always have the mind of whatever that is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So when I started playing, there weren't enough teachers around to teach. The few ones we have, their hands are preoccupied. People like Pakayode Oni, Mama Tulu Obajimi. I tried to enroll with them, but then their hands were preoccupied. So,
Mm.
you have to run from here to there to get some things and learn. But I was committed to it. And of course, I wanted to not just be an organist, but to know about music really. So I started my graded exam, which led to going to the university to study music, and then that was how I started building my career in music, really.
Okay. So when did you start playing the organ and working with choir?
Of 1989, precisely.
Okay.
1989.
So it was during the moment when you felt like since someone else is doing it that is your age group, you can also do it. And that's when you started.
Exactly.
All right. So who were your mentors, those who influenced your organ music and choral culture scene?
Um, for organ playing and church music, I always look up to Christ Church Cathedral and to see Mama on the organ, Mama Tolu Obajimi, always there. Then Baba Kaudi O'Neill was still very much around. He was always visiting, and I love listening to him. Same with Baba Showoli at St. Jude's Epitemeta, now Cathedral. I love going there to listen to good music. They were really doing well. So I always look at him conducting, the way he directs his choir. And of course, Baba James Adekunle, late now, of course. At Holy Trinity Butero. These are people we always want to see doing their things. And of course, last Ekweme Choral, the first time I saw last conducting, I was like, wow. So conducting is as beautiful as this. Okay, I want to be like you. And when I attended the rehearsal, the kind of discipline, I said, this is worthy of emulation. So that was how I started. These are people that really, really inspired me at the beginning. Before I got to the university, to mention some of them. But there's somebody that really struck my interest, really, really catches my interest then. It was known as Ogunranti, now Oluranti.
Oh.
It was known as Damokpe Ranti.
Wow.
And then a young man who has made a lot of composition. I got to the university and we were performing his work. I was like, wow. So I traced him to CAC Yaba, though he's claiming to be an Ibadan product. And I'm not going to argue with him. Well, I actually traced him to CAC Yaba, where later they will see that man really did well. He was producing musicians, organists, instrumentalists, and he has a lot of influence on most of the organs produced. Ayu Ajayi and the rest of it. That's a Benga then. I don't know if I can still know that Benga. That was the last year before I left that area. And he was doing very well. If you go to anytime we attend Yaba, CC, no, I was sorry, CC Butemeta, not Yaba, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's a Butemeta. Anytime you go there, you see this man, Mr. Deus, presenting singers, producing organists, and all of that. I was like, this is what it takes. He kept producing and producing, and I was really, really impressed. I said, I would like to be like this. Let's see what we can do with the life of people around us. Let them have the influence, better influence, very good one. And that I emulated. And of course, in my course of my career, that I've also extended to people I've had contact with to make sure I also influence their lives positively. Yeah.
All right. So it's just safe to say that you had like people around you, lots of people around.
A lot of them. And I was learning from each one of them. I would like to be like this. I like to be like this. And so I respect all of them a lot.
Okay. So we can just say that your life is learning can't be in isolation.
Yes.
Exactly. So now let's talk about you, your works, and your business. So you are a well-known choral director and manager, organist, music scholar, and educator. You're also a publisher who is running a music printing press and business in Lagos. And these are very rare combination coming from the fact that like there are a whole lot of things. You see some people standing out as just organist, as just music director, and maybe as just music printing press, but you are doing everything. So can you tell us about your work as a choral director and manager with Zenith and BAM Choir?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Growing up, I had an influence from my parents, my father precisely. And that influence is, if you want to be successful in life, don't hold on to one area in life. Try to be diversified so that when one is not working, the other is working for you. So I had that mindset. So when eventually I branched into music, started practicing music. So I look at all the sections and I said, it's better for me to have a taste of all so that I can know which area I'm really good at. And that was what led to me doing everything I was doing, trying compositions, teaching in schools. And challenges made me to start writing books. And I became an author. And the challenges really is, and that's why I decided to, I must solve that problem. My major challenge is when I started teaching in Yaba Tech. I was forced to be writing lesson notes. And I was like, me, I don't have time for this because all my interest is to see the children doing well in music. They know me then that if you are doing badly in music or mathematics, not music, you must do well in my subject. Theory and practical after school. And then they came with this educational this thing. You must write lesson notes. I don't have such time. They said you must write. So I started writing lesson notes. And after some time, I felt I'm writing my lesson note the way I'm teaching. And I felt it's simple enough for any student to understand. I was using some textbooks. The textbooks were not bad. There is one particularly, well known then. That's fundamental. I was like, this one is not bad. But then when I was teaching in a secondary school, they make choice of either music or fine arts.
Oh.
And I wanted more
music
students. So I had to simplify it. I discovered that, the textbook, they couldn't read the whole thing. They were feeling it's too voluminous, the content were too much. So I extracted exactly what they need for my lesson notes. And that's what I give them in class. And that's spurred me into, why not put this down for students and other teachers who may be bothering themselves and the students on all these things. So I started writing. I started writing. And because I was teaching theory and practical, especially recorder, because I was teaching recorders, Descan recorder, auto, tenor bass. In my choir, in my band, I have all of that. So I started writing for different instruments, all these instruments, for my students to do it. And then I was scoring it. So at a point, I discovered I've written so many, I mean, some. So I said, okay, they should have it so that we use in the band. And I started making photocopy. And the school also challenged me on that. Why are you making photocopy for the student? No, it's not allowed. So what should I do? I have this copy, and then go and publish your book. So that challenge led me to publishing my first book,
Wow.
which is Make Music in Recorder. And I went out with that to see how I can push it in the market. And then the other challenges came. And the challenge is, oh, you don't have a music textbook for primary school. You don't have music textbook for secondary school. You can't be doing practical alone. So I went back to start writing. But my aim really was to solve a problem. Each book I write is to solve a problem. And the problem I was writing with my textbook is for students that really do not need lengthy notes, because of that stage, primary and secondary. Let me reduce it. For teachers who may have problems of writing lesson notes. So I structure my textbook in a lesson note format, objective, content, and the rest. That's where I structure. And then revision exercises. Then because I also register my students for graded exams, so I embedded the syllabus of
The graded exams.
into the school curriculum when I was writing my book. So at the end of a section like a time, you will have covered this. So that was how I wrote from prelim to grade 8. So that if you're using the textbook for classroom, you can also use to prepare for graded exam, because I was registering them for graded exam as well. So I was using that one stone to kill so many birds.
All right. So can you tell us about your work as the choral director and manager at Zenith and BAM Choir?
Okay, I've been a organist and choirmaster before I got to BAM, but BAM seems to be where I really discovered myself. Uh, at BAM, I wanted to see what I can contribute to the life of all the young ones around me. So I started teaching them, not just teaching choir, but also teaching them theory. I joined them as an assistant organist, but a few years later became the organist and choir master. And so I introduced sight reading. Right from the beginning when I started my own music, all the churches where I've worked, I don't use tonic software. You must be able to sight read. So if you cannot sight read, then you have to follow me. I don't write tonic software for choristers. No. I see it as a waste of time. And I see it as, in quote, shortchanging the choristers that could have learned how to read music and do this thing on their own without me being there. So for those two reasons, I don't use. So I started teaching them sight reading. They started picking gradually. And there and then, my choral group that I started in 1999, Zenith Voices, I joined BAM in 2001. So we started having shows here and there, performances here and there. And then I was drawing my choristers into the Zenith Voices, and the members of the Zenith Voices into my church choir. So the two exactly. So that makes the job very easy, and with that I was able to influence so many lives, so many people. Some of my companies then, I thought I was wicked, but today I'm always happy to see them. Always. Like Tosin Ajayi, a lot of them, Adetunji, even Palap in Muzon. The major problem I create for them is I don't tell them before coming to rehearsal that this is what we are doing. And I usually perform works. So I just get to rehearsal, distribute my work, and say, oh yeah, let's go. But choir and accomplice. But I said, I've not seen this before. Please don't waste my time. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I was too business-like. But with time, they got used to me. And it's like, if you bring anything, they fire it. If you bring anything, they fire it. Both choir, singers, and their companies, they fire it. So it helps everybody. It improves their sight reading, sight playing. Until today, I see it in them, including Alaba, Kinshilure. It was also one of my companies then.
Wow.
That was as the early 2000s. Some of them joined me in 2001 to 2002, 3, 4, 5. And I still see them around. I see their assistants today, and they're always happy to apply me. Now, for the publishing company and the business there, like I said, that I took this from my parent that you don't have to be on one line.
Yeah.
So I was like, you need to add something to this your music you are practicing. Is it only church money you are going to rely on, or the money they are paying you as a teacher? So I said, let me go into this thing. So I started publishing, writing books. And then when I was publishing these books, because I also learned printing. By the way, I learned printing as a trade, as an artisan. Immediately I finished secondary school. So I now remember that one, that look, I can bring this into what I'm doing. So I started publishing. I was taking my book to printers to help me print and then sit down to do it. Then I graduated. I can have my own printing press. It will reduce cost and stress. And that was how I started the printing press and then the publishing company. And then my books are always aimed at solving a problem. Each of my book are always targeting solving a problem. So that makes all my books acceptable to all the people that need the book, both primary school, secondary school,
Teachers.
everybody. You will need my book. I don't just write a book for writing purpose. I want to solve a problem that I know is a general problem. I'm writing one now. It's Descant, to be published this year to celebrate my birthday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My children just challenged me, instead of just having a concert, why not publish your textbook? I said, wow. Why not publish your a descant? I said, wow, okay. Then how to make it up? Celebrating 60, so I needed to write 60 descants. And then I've only written 27. That was December. So I now need to make it up. But then if I just publish it like that, I look at if you just publish the descant, it will only be for choristers that want to sing descant.
Yeah.
So I decided to add the accompaniment so that it will also be useful for organists to use. Then I decided to add text to the descant so that even if you cannot sight read, you can follow it and then be able to figure it out. These are the syllables. These are the notes for this syllable. Then also to add the text after it. So if you are holding the book, if only you want to sing hymns, all those 16 hymns, you get the text from the same book. You want to accompany it, you get the accompaniment. You want to sing descant, so solving many problems with one book. So that can go.
I mean, that's a very brilliant idea, because for every entrepreneur, you should be able to look towards solving problems and not just creating things by yourself. Now, you are currently the choir master and organist at All Saints Church, Yaba. So what has your experience been so far?
Wow. The bad, the good, the ugly, the bad, and the good. My first experience was like, no, I can't stay here. I wanted to run away. I joined them in August 2023. And I was like, no, I can't stay here. You have a church with a good music history, music tradition, but then you now find yourself in the midst of choristers who are like, no, you are not acceptable. And I was like, how do I convince these people that I'm here to support you guys? At the time, I said, let me leave this church. But to be honest, it's more of a calling for me going towards Saints. And that's, I always remind myself that I didn't come here because I'm looking for salary, because I'm comfortable with my publishing business. Because my book is everywhere, as in the whole federation. They call for it, they order for it, I supply. And even all the Anglican schools, they are using my book. So I supply all of them. Outside Lagos, federal government colleges and the rest. So it's not money. So I was like, okay, if I run away now, will I now go back to tell God that called me, if I believe he calls me to come and work here? Will I go and tell him that because the people there, they are not behaving? Why? Instead of running away, I was going to the altar. And with time, things started taking shape. And now, when I now want to establish myself as, okay, I've taken over the leadership of this choir, bring myself into it, I don't use tonic sulfur. Then I face another problem. They were used to singing by root or tonic sulfur. Sing it for them till they get it right, or you write out the tonic sulfur. My own is citrate. I'm not here to labor myself. Take what I'm singing, you are singing it. And then they were like, no, we can't take this. I said, you must take it. I don't know any other way. So it's like a problem there. But with time, we're able to solve that. I can tell you today that my choristers, about 85% of them can citrate.
Wow.
If you join my choir today, if you cannot citrate, you will feel embarrassed at our rehearsals because I initiated. They've been doing it before, but I brought back 2 concerts: Easter concert where we perform works of the masters, then August concert. We call it Grand Concert.
Oh.
2024 we did Messiah. Last year we did Creation. This year we are performing Samson.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so distribute the works and then we start to work. Today is a good thing to be, and the support is what really makes it happen. And the choir patrons and matrons, I will continue to appreciate them. But they challenged me in 2024. I got there in 2023. And early 2024, they said, you didn't even call for a meeting of the patrons and matrons. You've solved some problems in the choir. They were having some challenges. Don't you have any plan or program for this choir? I said, I do. No, you don't. You should have presented it to us. Can you do a very grand concert for us annually? I said, yes. And they have been very, very supportive financially. So that has really been propelling us. But the major lesson there is choirmasters need to be patient. The choral director needs to have some level of tolerance. Most of my colleagues, that's organist choirmasters, usually have problems with their vicar. It's a common problem. Ordinarily, me and my vicar will have been loggerhead because as I assumed duty, was transferred, and he was trying to understand my person. So he came with his own way of understanding me by challenging me, by talking. And I was like, well, I kept telling my assistants, please do not react. Let him settle down, then we can understand ourselves. And today, honestly, without him, we wouldn't have been able to achieve anything. And I really thank God for that patience that God has granted me to work with him. Today, he calls me anytime, any day. Even in the midnight, he send me a message. Dr. Fadeyi, how can we do this? Yes, sir. I wake up, answer him, attend to him. Anytime he calls on me, I attend to him. And anytime the choir make any request, he makes sure that it is done. It is done. This has been the support. So, you just need to be patient on some choir masters. The priests are human beings like us. Yeah. And being the head of the church, they want everybody to fall in line with their own program, their pattern. But you are saying, no, this is the way I do it. But we have only one head in the church, which is the vicar. Yeah. We use vicar and Anglican anyway. So some they use pastor. So if you try to understand him, he will also understand you. But you have to understand him first. It's like you as a choir master chorist, if your choristers are telling you you must do it their own way, how will you feel? You are there with an intention, with your own plan, with your own program. And choristers, if they start telling you, no, you must do it this way, no, you must do it that way, no, you must. How will you feel? You feel bad. Yeah. So you need to understand priests. As they bring them, be patient with them. They are not wicked like some people quote them. They are not. They are just being human. When they come, they want to establish their own way of doing things. And in that process, they are new, or you are new to them. So they want to do it in a way that you must get it. This is it. And if you are patient, once you understand yourself, you can flow together.
So you made mention of the fact that, especially in an average choir, once you get there, most of them don't know how to sight sing. That's like a problem that you've made mention of. Aside from that, what other challenge do you think choir masters face concerning their choir members? And also, as leaders, what challenge do you think they also experience? I know you've spoken about the fact that as choir masters, you need to be patient with your priest and everything. But aside from being patient and all, what other challenge do you think they
In discipline,
experience from the choir
from the
member?
choir.
Okay.
For instance, in discipline. And if you are not careful, you run into a problem with your choir if you don't know how to handle indiscipline. It's not by being harsh. It's not by using words. It's not by beating. It's not by showing some level of, I don't go take this one. It's by you being focused and consistent. You see, human beings will always be human beings.
Mm.
And we have age and growth. At certain age, you behave somehow. At another age, you behave differently. And so you have to see all of them that way. Basically, what choristers, choir master don't see is all your choristers are like your students. And I see my students as my children. That means I must contribute to your life. Anyhow, I'm going to achieve that. I must contribute to your life. So if we, like I said about the priest, the vicar, same with the choir. You need to be patient with them. Above all, if you don't have anything you are offering a choir, of course they won't respect you. They will not. If you are not taking them to somewhere they want to be, if you are not contributing to their life, if you are not achieving anything, if you are not seeing growth, if you like start from today to tomorrow, they won't listen to you.
True.
So you just have to be committed to it. It's a missionary work. If you take it as a means of any money, my sister, you will miss it. You will miss it completely. Unless you see that this is a missionary work. I want to drive some people from where they are to a higher place. Then you will be committed to it. You have to be focused. Then you also need to be firm. When you say no, let your no be no. When you say yes, let your yes be yes. Human beings generally, they want to try you on your yes or no. And choristers are very fond of that. If you say no, nobody should come with cap to the choir again. Okay. After some time, they start bringing it
Bring
again.
it.
Just using that as an example now.
Sure.
But anytime, no, remove your cap. Never forget what you have said. Be consistent. Then they will know you for who you are. And that will help you in other areas. Once Kwamasa says this, don't go there. He will insist and he will not allow you. But you need to prove that by being consistent and be focused. Indiscipline is one major one. Then funding. Most choirs are not properly funded. And that is what is killing church choir. All churches under MFM, they are very lucky. Very, very lucky. The simplest thing in the choir, the church will not provide because they don't see them as
Priority.
priority. Thank you for that word. As priority. Whereas in the church without music, I don't know how they want to do it. I don't know. But in MFM, in fact, it's more than just taking it as priority. They see it as helping lives. If you are doing well, they want to help you to do better than who you are, make you make progress, discover yourself, and funding and respecting that department as is important. Churches are guilty. All churches are guilty. All. It now depends on who is leading that choir. How are you able to navigate? How are you able to relate with the church leaders, with your vicar, with like I was able to relate with the patrons and matrons? You may just see one person or two that will will understand you, and then you relate with him. That's why I said those doing music in MFM, they are lucky.
True. So, what do you think your achievement has been so far particularly in All Saints? Yeah, I know you made mention of the fact that since you joined in 2023, you guys have been able to do about 2 concerts, which I mean, that's quite impressive. But aside from that, what other achievements do you think you've gotten so far?
I'm always happy to see my choir that all of them are now sight reading. We do it from time to I've started another sight reading class now, plus theory class. Always happy to see them. The concert I told you is annual, not just two. We do it Easter and August every year. We started since 2024. We did it last year too. Apart from the choir festival, Christmas carol, we did concert twice in a year. And that has attracted other good singers to join my choir. We've been able to maintain very good level of discipline in the choir now. All Saint choir, if that's the only thing you can achieve, discipline. My sister, you have achieved all. It's naturally they are good at singing. If they are listening to me now, sorry, I'm not abusing you. But that in discipline, oh my God. No choir master that has worked with them that did not complain of their indiscipline. And it's because they feel I've arrived. So I can do whatever I want to do and things like that. But today, we are moving forward. Everybody's adjusting. So discipline, that has really improved. Choristers, singers, everybody are now discovering themselves. Like if you have heard of a young boy playing no saint, playing the organ, he's just 10. At 9, he started playing. He plays, as in when I say play organ, as a recitalist. Yeah, if you see him, yeah, Femi, and the brother too. And of course, I've also encouraged another person to be on the organ. So once I discover your talent, I expose you, give you the platform to be able to. I always remember Adeusi, giving the platform for as many as possible, grooming and bringing them up, grooming and bringing them up. I've always been doing that, even in my current choir. Children from Sunday school, once I groom them, I discover your talent, I look for a song that fits your age, present you at a church service, and then give you that confidence. So many of them like that, they've gained the confidence to sing now. And that was the major challenge before. If you tell them, oh, you are going to sing, me, I can't sing solo. You want to punish, you want to disgrace me. No, I'm not disgracing you. I just say you can sing. No, you want to. Today, in fact, they will ask me, sir, can I do this solo? Yes. Do you have any solo for me? Yes. Now they gain the confidence and they've seen it that singing a solo is like ministering to the people and showcasing your talent. That I'm always happy to see them in that mood now. So what Saint is really, really back in their position.
So, what do you think choral managers, directors, organists can learn from your achievements?
I don't know if I can call my own achievements. Well, let me say my own style.
Okay.
My style could be useful for them as well. Please learn to teach your choir sight reading. It's not difficult. Don't bombard them with theory. There's a shortcut to sight reading. I teach sight reading within 3-4 weeks, and then my choristers will start sight reading. The mistake many choir leaders make is they may be expecting everybody to catch up at the same time. No. Don't bore them with all this theory. Teach them the 5 lines and 4 spaces. They say, we know it. Okay. Let them understand that there are key signature. Don't lay too much emphasis on all of that. What they need to know is there is a stave. That's where they write music. All these signs are notes. This one is on this line. If it is A, it is this. Teach them with one key first. If they can saturate in C, then tell them this one you are saturating in this key now. Slowly, those who are fast will pick. When those one picks, then those one becomes useful materials for you during rehearsal. You don't need to disturb yourself about them. And if you are lucky to have it like 1 or 2 from each part, you just throw your music. Once they are singing, others will sing. Once they are singing, others will sing. Then you don't stop, but don't make it a continuous. Once you teach them for a while, break. When you take a break, you'll be the one coming back to you. Yes, I cannot sight it though. I will soon start now. But keep singing. It is important that a choral director should do that to relieve yourself of the stress of writing out the tonic solfa. Because when you teach tonic solfa, you still need to teach them how to fix the words, the syllables. It's always a challenge and time wasting. But if you teach them sight reading, as they are sight reading their part, they can see the words under it, especially when it is an anthem. Right now, tonic solfa for hymns is not that challenging. But when it comes to anthems of 5 pages, 6 pages, 10 pages, 15, 20 pages, you want to write out the tonic solfa for all the parts? That's a lot of work. And I also want to appeal to them to please be patient. You need a lot of tolerance to lead. It's not, this is who I am. It's about what you want to achieve and remain focused. Do it the way it should be done. And I will tell my colleagues, organists and choirmasters, please let the church understand your program and make it, present it that it is important so that they can support you. They will if they understand what you are trying to do. And I'm speaking from experience. Many churches don't want to spend their money. But if you present your program and you are committed to it and you are able to prove your point, they may not give you the money. If you look for a way to do it, you have submitted your program, no money to do it, but the one you are able to do it very well. Then they begin to appreciate you. And when you say you need this, they will understand you need it. And choir money, run away from it. Please, choir masters, run away from choir money. The only money I'm interested in when it comes to choir is we want to do a project. Okay, this money is for this, get it done. This money for that. Whatever that is remaining after that project, I don't want to know, is choir money. But if you are putting your eyes, putting your mind in a choir money, it will cause a lot of problems because they will see it as you are after their money. And those who are always, well, not many of us, after the girls in the choir, it's not good. They will run away. Eventually, they will run, of course, create problems in the choir. These areas, we should avoid it, please. If we can avoid it and remain focused, we will achieve a lot. And I'm actually speaking from experience.
All right. And I think this boils down to what you said earlier, that you should look at your work as a mission more than a paycheck. So, and also have something to do. Because it's because you add something to do, that's why you are not even putting your eyes on the choir money and you are diligent at your work. Well done. That's profound. So, as an organist, do you have a specific approach towards in playing your interpretation and accompaniment?
Well, this is a very good question. Thank you. I have been telling our recent organists at any opportunity we have now that the way they play hymns is not good enough. We are to accompany the congregation. But, in quote, the Gen Z organists, they have turned into
Solo.
reciter. They turn it to reciter.
Yeah.
And it's not, you are not being fair on the congregation, even the choir. Because if you play, you are doing playing introduction, you are giving us a reciter. We are singing, you are giving us all sort of chords. And after one hymn, you take us to your level, your heaven, your wherever. We miss it along the line. I remember then when I used to go to Christchurch Cathedral, Amatolo Obajimi, even Papa Adekunle, they play the 4 parts. Mr. Shwoli will insist. There was a rehearsal I attended when Mr. Shwoli at St. Jude's Epitimeta. His assistant was adding something. No. Don't add anything. leave that place, leave that place, leave that place. And he took over the organ by himself for adding one or two notes. This is what you should play, what's on paper. And Mr. Kaodeoni will always tell us at any opportunity he has to talk to us, let your introduction be very clear. If possible, play only the melody so that the congregation can get what you are singing. And that is the reason behind choir singing the first verse in unison. We are leading the congregation. Let your accompaniment be that four part. Before the last verse, you have the opportunity of doing your interlude and showcasing your talent, but not within the singing. The four part is important. For Anglican, we do chant as well. During chanting as well, you don't just play the chant, you play the chant as if you are singing. So follow the punctuations, follow the syllables and everything, like the choristers that are singing. Chant is just one line. If you play it for like 2 or 3 times, at least you'll be able to memorize it so that you can follow the text, play along with them. It's like you are singing as you are playing. If you are not doing that, when you stop, we are still singing. When you are playing, we are stopping. So, it won't go together. So we need concentration. We need to understand church service and that we are accompanying the choir and the congregation and not that we are there as an entertainer. Don't turn yourself to an entertainer as an organist. I don't feel comfortable with that. I always disagree with my assistant who should do it that way. No, 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 don't do it that way. No, 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 don't do it that way. Very important. See yourself as an accompanist and not as an entertainer whenever you accompany church service.
That's profound. See yourself as an
Accompanist.
accompanist and not a performer.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, do you belong to or align with any school of thoughts? And this coming from maybe the organist that's been here before you.
I mentioned something now, the Gen Zs. And that's the current organists we have now, the young ones especially.
Yeah.
They just want to feel themselves on the organ. Just play, add so many chords, so many notes, color their notes and chords and all of that. I am used to play the four parts. Let the congregation hear you clearly. My church is a singing church. If the choir is not singing, you hear the four parts from my congregation. So if you are now playing something else, you will confuse them.
True.
So I don't feel comfortable with that. If you come to my church and you play like that, I will come to you politely. Please, just play the four part for them so that they can hear you. I belong to that school of thought. Play what is in the book. And please leave out all this
Chords.
your entertainer.
Yeah.
I call it entertainer. Leave it out so that the service can flow. It's important that the service flows and then everybody enjoy the service and you get ministered to. That is my own belief. Do it as it is written for everybody to participate. Everyone's participation is important.
So, Dr. Fadeyi, we've come. So, we've had an interesting conversation so far. So, there is a unique balance between you as a scholar and music educator, between you as a businessman, a publisher, and publishing author. So, can you tell us at what point did you transition from being a music teacher and a church organist to an entrepreneur in music? And which is also different from entrepreneur in music and a music
Business.
yes.
To be honest with you, I can't say at this time, but I know I've been driven by uh, my own dream. Growing up as an organist, with all due respect to all our babas and mamas that were playing the organ then, I am not saying this to downgrade them or to speak negative about them. I saw people not living well because they are organists. And I was like, no, I didn't come. I can't take something as a profession and not live well. No, I must be able to feed myself, feed my family, take care of my family and all of that.
It's true.
So how much are they paying in the church? It can't do anything. As a teacher, combine the two together, it can't do anything. So I'm like, no. What else can you do? Think out of the box. So I started thinking, what else can I do? So that's how I developed into, okay, printing, yes, I can do it. My publishing, instead of just leaving it. And that's what also pushed me that, look, as much as I'm trying to solve a problem, I can also make money from it if it is properly packaged. So I always look at, like the one I said I'm writing, ordinarily I would have just written the descant and then publish it. Within my choir, it's okay. But I'm already looking at, as a business-minded person, how can this be acceptable by all? By all, as I'm saying, acceptable by all, it won't go for free.
Yes.
So that is the business aspect of it. So when anybody brings a manuscript to my company, I want to publish this. The first question I ask is, what is your market? If you don't have a market, we will not accept it from you. We can only help you to produce it, but we are not going to accept the right from you. Because if you want to publish a book and you don't have a market, that means you are writing for the archive, and we are into business.
Yeah.
Like the descant I'm about to publish now, a church member can use it now with what I'm including it, adding to it. Because all the hymns, the 60 hymns, you will see songs you like out of the 60. So you want to hold it. Anytime they are singing that song, you have the book, you can sing. The text at the back, even if you cannot cite it, you see the text. Those who want to sing 4 parts, the 4 parts is there. For our companies, the accompaniment is there. For those choir want to sing descant, the descant is there. So solving all these problems means many people will need it. And as they are demanding for it, I'm making money out of it. Somebody like Ayo Oluranti, the person I called Ayo Damope
Yeah.
Ogunranti, that was his name there. He has done a lot, contributed so much. I don't know if he's listening to me, but he has not published enough. He has so much, but he has not published enough. You need to do that. Not only him, those who have written that has contributed, they need to push it to the market. It's good to look at, no, this is what I want to do. But if you have a market target, if your book is spreading, you make money. You become an entrepreneur, you are making money. But if your book is not spreading, yes, it's a good book. It becomes an archive thing or what they just use, and then nobody will ask for it again. But he has done this, he has done that. Take for example somebody like Olunoti. He has written for different genres.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to target the market, look at areas where they need it most. If you want to publish for Yoruba now, you publish the Yoruba, maybe with some hymns and descant and the anthem. Try to target in such a way that everybody will want to use, every choir will want to use that book. It becomes, apart from your creativity, apart from you doing something, contributing to knowledge, it becomes something everybody wants to have, and it becomes business for you as well. So you just see the money coming back to you as you publish your book. But if you just say, I've written this organ work, and then you publish the organ work, how many people play that organ music? It's good to push it to the market. I have collection of books published by OAU for Ayobankole, Akinyuba, and the rest of them. I've not been seeing people carrying it about. Look at Ola Olude, because it was written in tonic software. If only he was able to get somebody to score that music for him, all those hymns, Yoruba hymns, would have been everywhere. These are the business area, not just writing and publishing books. Look at the market. That is what I always look at. Look at the market before you write. I've seen some descant books, they just write the descant without the accompaniment. So that one becomes a problem. Then if you don't put the text for me to understand this, I may pick it with the slow and whatever I may. But for choristers, they won't have that patience. So if you put the text there, I will understand. But you are writing a book for descant and only the descant without accompaniment. You have restricted it to only the choir, in fact, only the choir master. Because where they cannot sight read, it becomes the choir master dictating just one copy they will need in that choir for the choir master to dictate the descant. You are not looking at the business aspect of it. The business aspect of it is if you put the accompaniment there, it will be useful for the organist. It's useful for choristers who want to sing their part. If you put the text, it will be useful for the congregation to sing along with.
Yeah. And that's true because a man, his name is Brian Tracy, is a renowned entrepreneur. He said something that you don't just enter into business because of it appeases you, but what is the market like?
Exactly.
Because that's when you get your money
Exactly.
from. I mean, and it aligns to what you've been saying so far. So, and previously you said that you learned printing.
Yes.
So did you learn it when you started publishing, or what led you to publishing? Is it maybe the printing that led you into publishing, or you started publishing and that's when you started learning how to print?
I actually learned printing immediately I finished secondary school.
Okay.
My mother wanted me to
learn something.
And me, I was like, no, I don't want to learn anything. I want to go to university. She said, no. She said, no, go and learn something first. She said, okay, look for what you want to learn. I said, I don't want to learn. So I just saw a printing press. I said, okay, just to please my mother, I will learn this. She said, okay. She took me there. And so I started learning. And after learning, I satisfied my mother, collected the certificate, and then I've collected the certificate too. She said, okay, that's very good. So I dumped the certificate and then pursued my music. So it was when I now started writing. I now just I have some knowledge of
This
printing now.
is useful.
Let me let me make use of this knowledge. So then I now come back to it. Now establish my printing press. I was buying the machines one by one. As I was selling, today I have a whole story building where I use for my printing press and the publishing.
That's excellent.
It's a gradual process.
Yes. So how do you see yourself in the coming years? I mean, in your position in the development of organ and choral music culture in Nigeria?
I don't know. I see what I can just say is, or let me just say, I still wish I can still influence people's life more people positively. Or, when I hear people saying, it's Rashegun, it's Ogini, it's my organist, it gives me joy.
Yeah.
But funny enough, at the time you are pushing them to learn, they don't make it easy for you. They make life difficult for you even to push them to learn. Well, I mean, once I put my hands up, I will insist, you must learn it. You must learn it. And I'm quick to discover people's talent. Once I discover your talent, I'll be on your neck. The lady just opened her voice in my choir. Since 2023, when I go there, she has been there, and I said, wow, you have a good voice, good diction. Always afraid to sing. No, you won't go without singing. No. But late last year, she picked, and I said, the day she performed this, I said, you did this one very well. I would have said congratulations. But you have won yourself double wahala.
more.
Because I will continue to give you more and more now. And since then, I've included on my list of soloists. And then, she has been performing. They are performing on Sunday, giving them assignment. Go and learn this, go and learn that, come back and sing for me. This is the score. Go and learn, come back and sing for me. I really still want to see myself producing, influencing lives positively. That's what I want myself doing till I'm incapable.
Yeah, and I believe that's even what makes someone to live longer because your mind is towards the fact that you are helping people to discover themselves, and it makes you happy.
Yeah.
So, what aspects of organ and choral music culture do you think should be and needs to be sustained and documented?
Because we have different denominations, I am not going to.
Specific?
Yes, it depends on your church. But as an Anglican, I can speak a little about that. I can't claim to be the authority. I can only speak from my experience.
True.
As an Anglican, our hymns and chants needs to be properly done. And when we talk about properly done, people, many choirs or many churches things is singing the notes. No, it's singing the words to minister, not just singing the notes. If you get your notes right, but your performance is poor, you are not ministering. The first Sunday in this Easter, we observe Easter Anglican. I mean, fasting, Lent.
Yeah.
First Sunday in Lent, my assistant told me just jump on the organ, and I went to meet him. Do you know that we are now in Lent? He said, yes. I said, so okay. You've started this before I joined you, before I came to you. The next hymn you are playing, change it to a tune in minor key. He said, I know, sir, we have chosen tune. I said, no, change it to a tune in minor key. And then he said, okay, sir. So we changed it to a tune in minor key. And I went to conduct, and I said, don't raise the volume. Reduce the volume of the organ and follow the chord exactly as it were. By the time I started conducting the hymn, my vicar looked at me like this. And some members of the community who are used to the tradition, that during Lent, this is the way we feel. They were like, wow, the choir is doing it right now. Because we have seasons. So let our singing reflect the season. Then your singing without punctuation, without diction, will be meaningless. Sometimes I tell my choir when we are at rehearsal, they sing, I will say, okay, you listen to what they said, what they are singing. Can you pick any meaning? I said, no. So it's because you are not emphasizing your syllables. You are not observing your punctuations. That's why it seems to be meaningless. So we need to sing meaningfully. Hymns and chants are part of Anglican. All Anglican churches should be doing it to make the congregation feel they are in Anglican. Those who want to go to Redeem, go to MFM, go to any other church, of course, they are free to go. But those who remain in Anglican church, they are there because of the tradition, the music tradition. Give it to them. Don't give them another taste of trying to contemporize him, making it jazz, making it. If they want to listen to things like that, they will know where to go. So don't pollute the system. Don't pollute the culture. Do it right. If you are in a church or denomination where they play drums to their hymns and turn it to alujo and whatever, do it for them the way they want it. But if you are an Anglican, do it the way they will appreciate it. Because that's why those congregations are coming to the church. Not because they don't know where to go and listen to where they play bang bang dim dim to hymns. They know, but they are in Anglican. So all we are doing is to lead the congregation. And you have to follow their mindset. You have to be sympathetic to their mindset so that you don't mislead them. You don't give them a sour taste. What they came for, you start giving them another thing. It doesn't, doesn't worth it. That's what I can.
This statement makes me to remember what you said earlier again when you said that as organist that you should accompany the congregation and not just being there as an entertainer. So if you are still with us up to this moment, I believe that you are enjoying this conversation. And the link to our social media handles are in the comment section. So do well to click on the link and follow us on our various social media platform. So yes, we are in our last question, and I want to ask, in sustaining the Nigeria organ and choral music cultures, what would be your advice for new generation, which you call the Gen Zs, emerging and aspiring Nigeria organists, pianists, choral directors, music educators, and entrepreneurs?
You've brought so many things together.
I mean, I just brought in everything that embodies you,
Oh,
and it should.
let me, let me take it from church.
Okay.
My advice is for all organists to know exactly what you want and go for it. Don't do a mixed up. If you're an Anglican, you are trying to play like another church. No. Keep to the rule and do it well. Keep to the rule and do it well. Above all, we should see ourselves as ministers. are not just an organist. We are ministering with our instruments. When you are leading people, it's even more than a minister's job because you are molding lives. And when you are molding lives, music is also money. It's a profession, it's some people's profession. So when you are molding lives, you are also uh, creating job opportunity for some people because if they are well groomed, they can take to the profession conveniently and they can be earning living through that. So it is important that we do that. Then as a church musician, organist, choirmaster, like we always tell ourselves on our platforms, look for something else to do to make money while you take your music as your ministration, um, your contribution to humanity. Let your music be a ministration, contribution to humanity. You can look elsewhere to make money. Some people sell musical instruments. That's another area. You can say some of our colleagues are now building instruments, building organ and all of that. Fantastic, fantastic. Like I told one of them a couple of years ago, when I was the chairman of a panel, the church wanted to buy an organ, but it happens to be a very big church. So he came. He was one of those that bidded to supply the organ, and I told him, I said, look, if I'm to attach sentiment as someone that believes we should have our own thing done here, I will recommend you. But the size of the organ you are building now cannot um, contain this church. Yeah. So the church is bigger than what you have. And that's why I may not do what is wrong. So I would rather recommend anyone I know is the appropriate. But I tell you, I would love to work with you in the future. I told the young man. And today I've introduced him to somebody. He has even built an organ for that person. And I'm also talking to him to do another one because he's building the organ by himself. That to me makes a lot of sense. Those who are doing that, it's making a lot of, and they are making their money from it, apart from playing organ in the church. So, organists, choirmasters should think outside the box to make money so that our playing in the church, our job in the church will be like a ministry for humanity. Yeah, the church pays us. I won't deny that. I don't know, but I'm I'm well paid in my church, if I can use that word. Yeah. I'm well paid in my church because I hear organists pay here and there, and I don't know if there are people receiving higher than me. There are not many, but then I try to do something. The church is paying me. What if the church is not paying me? Won't I live? Won't I survive? So I close my eyes when they pay my salary for 6 months or more without collecting the money. Can I survive? I kept challenging myself. If the church is not paying me, can I survive? So I close my eyes, leave the money, they pay the money there until I feel like, oh, I need some bulk money, then collect the money. And I'm still doing that because I don't see it as I'm working because of that money. I'm seeing it as I'm working to support music ministry, to help some lives. Because in the past, I've been able to influence so many people that are doing well in the industry now, doing very well. I don't even know Tosin Ajayi. Yeah, yeah, he started with me as a teenager. Not his music per se, but at least it was one of their. He started as a chorister. Alaba also, funny enough, started as a bass singer. Yeah, I don't know. If you're listening to me, he started as a bass singer. But what I was doing with all of them then, Tosin, every one of them, go and study music. Go and study music. Tosin will tell me, Segun, I don't want to study music. What is it? I'm taking it as Tosin, don't waste this talent. Go and study music. Go and study music. And we're traveling here and there, sending voices going here and there. And I know that these people are doing well. And I've never stopped influencing. There's a question some people have been asking me that how do I do it with my choir? I think it's an opportunity that almost all my choristers can do solo, I don't teach my solo behind the choir rehearsal. I teach my solos within the choir rehearsal. Like we want to do a God before us. What I do is, if I want to teach, like the Samson, the seventh word of Christ that we are doing for Easter now. Once I pick a book, all the solos, chorus, and everything, I do everything at the rehearsal. So sopranos, all of them will learn soprano solo. Everybody will learn it at the rehearsal. At the end of the day, those who are able to show an exceptional performances, those are the people I will now use for that. That means without you, I can groom another person. If you are not around, you come. Little rehearsal, you can do it. Some other time, I call on you, another person. If you have done a solo today, I'm looking for another person to do that solo at some other time.
So you're
Not
trying
you.
to even kill any form of
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. There are old men and women in the choir. Did I pick one? When I say old, and they are 50s or thereabout. And I said, Ma, you are singing this way. I said, don't even talk. During rehearsal, I don't take them behind. We sing, you do it. I kept rehearsing with her. Later, she felt challenged. And she did it. Another one I picked, and she did it. Not just the young one, including the children, 7-year-old, 8-year-old. Once I hear you singing, I pull you out. That means you can do it. Okay, now do it. Then I work on you, then present you. Give every one of them that platform
chance
to be able to, do it. And that's the secret. Teach your solo everything within the choir. They may not perfect it at that time, within the choir rehearsal. So I teach everything within the choir rehearsal. And I challenge every one of them. It is those who can do the solo, we do it that day. Now I'm teaching all of you. So when we finish the whole work, we run through it together during rehearsal. Soprano solo, all of them we sing until I get to dress rehearsal. That's when I now pick.
So not sentiments during
No.
selection.
No. If you do a solo today, if another person do it better than you during rehearsal, I will drop you, pick that person. But if I have a performance on Sunday, trust me, if it's a solo, I have 3 people that can do that solo. If you come late, that means you won't do it. I pick the next person. They know me now. So I don't teach one person that, no, this is my best. Everybody can do it. I'm working on all of you. If your voice is not there, all I need to do is to work on your voice, help you to get over stage fright, and then you are there already. Do it. We are doing it in our church, our congregation. Do it here so that you can gain the confidence to do it. That's the secret. Do all your works at the rehearsal. It doesn't cost you anything to do it.
All right. So, and you've already given the advice for organists, pianists, choral directors. So, for educators and entrepreneurs, what is that one thing that you would advise them? And
they are related. They are related. For educators, aim at molding lives. That you are teaching music as a music teacher now. I'm dealing with that. Does not mean the person, the teacher teaching English or mathematics is better than you. I never had that when I was teaching. My subject is, if not more, it's as important as mathematics or English. And I take my students as seriously as that. And that's why I give more time after rehearsal. And that's why some of them were able, some of my students then also took to music. They studied music in university. I met one of them during my undergraduate at Unilag. I said, thank you, sir. And this was very unserious student, very unserious. I said, thank you, sir, for insisting that time that I must learn. I said, yes, you must learn. So please, you must take it seriously. Then for the other business, look, for everything we are doing, it has a business aspect, anything at all. So you just have to reason out of the box. How can I package myself to sell this or to sell that? Online now, you can teach music online. You can package your teaching and then put it there. You get your money. Don't rely on what the church will pay you or what they are paying you. So be business minded with whatever you are doing. But then quality is important. If you do something that is watery, it won't fly. Not even now that we have a lot of people that everything is very competitive. Make sure you do something that is quality, but add business aspect to it. That is, have a targeted market, not just doing it. You must have a market before you start doing your thing. Okay, this is the people I'm targeting. Then you go for it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fadeyi. It has been a pleasure having this conversation with you. So now, friends and colleagues, I know you have a lot to ask Dr. Fadeyi, but we'll just be taking 2 questions for today because of our time. So, all right, Mr. Blessing, can you unmute your mic? Mr. Blessing. All right, Mr. Michael, you can unmute your mic since Mr. Blessing is not coming forth. Yeah. AY director.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, moderator, and good afternoon, Dr. Segun Fadeyi. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Very
we
well.
can.
All right. I need to first mention that Dr. Fadeyi was my oga. In fact, he is my.
Why you Ajayi? Yes. We work together
Uh,
during their formative stage.
So, in fact, we need the use of birds of newborns and
Oh, is there a clash or something?
all right, you can continue.
All right. All right. So, Mr. Fadeyi, Dr. Fadeyi, sorry. It seems like I would like to take you on some things.
Please go ahead.
So first, I've been hearing people talk about the organ culture, Nigerian organ culture. And I keep asking myself, does it really exist? What is the Nigerian organ culture? And you also mentioned it today. What is the Nigerian organ culture? I really don't think there is any culture. After the era of figures of people like Baba Omideyi, Mama Obajimi in the cathedral, Yeshiku, Showole, those were the greats that really attracted a lot of finesse into the Nigerian choral and organ music. And Baba James Adekunle, of course. So it seems to me that there has been little that is truly exemplary in our Orthodox church music tradition. Today, especially with the influx of a lot of social media productions, you hear choir everywhere, sound production zero, tonal quality zero, and then I keep asking myself, what is the organ culture? So I don't know, what is your assessment of where we stand today? Do you really think that we have an organ culture, or we should just continue to say, oh, we have organ culture? That's my first question. Can I ask all my questions, because I think I have three?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, that's the first one. The second one is, what practical steps can we take to enhance the quality of music in our churches? One thing I believe is that the sound of a choir often reflects the vision and competence of its leader. So how then can we support and challenge choir directors to rise above mediocrity and pursue excellence? The last question, I'm just going to talk about programming. I've seen a lot of concerts. There are a lot of concerts online. People say, oh, I'm doing concerts, I'm doing choir festival, and then you look at the program and there is no defined curve. There is no defined graph to whatever it is they're doing. You find a lot of climaxes, unnecessarily climaxes, with a choice of repertoires and all that. So programming seems to be a challenge in our circles. Given the richness of the Anglican liturgy, particularly as it is traditionally intended, I don't mean the Nigerian practice. So what are your thoughts on liturgical programming? How do you approach planning and selecting music within the liturgy? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ajayi.
Thank you, Ayo. Sorry, I even missed out your name when I was mentioning names of people we've worked together. And thank you for you being a blessing even then, you know. Um, I will be honest with myself here. Nigerian organ culture, do we have it? Look, the funniest thing is that the names you mentioned, it's like those coming after them did not even follow what they started. Instead of building and improving on it, they deviated from it. And that's the challenge in churches today. And they will tell you, no, you are old school when you try to correct them. You are old school. You will remember that there was a time I was writing on either one or two of our platforms, how to chant, how to sing hymns. You don't do this, you don't do that, you do this. People were like, you'll be old school, I better go sit down. We have a long way to go. And I wish we can really realize that we are not doing well and face the reality. Sit down and do it. I love what Mountaintop is doing now. If only the likes of Mama Tolu Obajimi, Baba Adekunle, Mr. Shole, and the rest of them were documented, probably we could have taken advantage of that, making reference to it and, sitting down together, even if it's online, play back what they have said, what they have done, their rehearsal and things like that, for us to learn from. And the associations we are having, organist association we are having these days, I don't think we are serious. I don't think we are genuine. I don't think we really mean business. If we really mean business, this issue we raise should be the focus. They should collect what it means to be an organist, especially from those that started. If you cannot do anything but at least maintain what they have been doing. If you cannot improve on it, not watering it down the more. So the associations we are having, like Guild of Organists, Fellowship, and the rest, should please think towards that. Let them be a little bit flexible to accommodate people and take us back to that time when these people were still doing it and doing it right. Like you also pointed out, chanting in the Anglican church is like, if you take it away from them, then it's no longer an Anglican church. So churches that are not following that, they are not really doing well. Your second question is on
The sound on music, how to produce good sound for.
yes, I think that is probably the last question. I don't know if you can retrieve the second question. Well, let me.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to talk about the second question? The second question is about competence. I think it goes with the first question. Competence of the directors of music, the
thank you.
reason
Yes,
why music
yes.
lacks excellence.
Thank you. That's why I wanted to take it together. Thank you. You see, that is the problem we have these days. Once anybody can play the organ, they assume they are now organist and choirmaster. A fantastic organist may not be a good choirmaster. Please, for crying out loud, everybody should not be assuming you are a choirmaster. If you know you can't do it, there is no point forcing yourself, because it's painful that you are destroying the industry for everybody. The church, those who are coming behind, those who are practicing now, you are destroying the industry for everybody. And I will still refer back to all these our associations we have, the guild and the rest. These are areas we should focus on. Who should be a choir master? We should all sit down to define it. If you don't have this, don't even go there as a choir master at all. You need the experience. You need to start from somewhere. Somebody who's just starting playing will go to a big church where they have a tradition, music tradition, and say, because I can play, so I want to be the choir master of that church. And you get there, you mess it up. It's not right. It's painful to see all these things. Instead of improving, we are deteriorating. To me, it does not make any sense at all. Then the third one you said is also, also goes with the first two questions. Programming. We draw programs. Before you draw a program, first look at yourself, your standard, your level. You want to draw a program for the choir. Draw a program you can handle, not the one that you'll be struggling with. If you yourself are still struggling, surprisingly, we have organists and choir masters. They will come on our platform Please give me the tone software of this hymn. CM, SM, they have the score. They will still be asking us for the tone software. If you are asking for tone software, then how are you teaching it? How are you teaching the hymns? How are you teaching if you are asking us for tonic software to give you the tonic software to teach hymns? Look, people should stop deceiving themselves. Mediocrity will not only kill that person, it will also kill the industry and affect those who are doing it right. Because you discover that those ones are very cheap. They don't demand for so much, and so the church will look for, this one is not going to, the money is not much, we'll employ this one. And when they get there, this is what they do. If you have a choir that has what it takes, that I really want to talk about, and you are not doing it, you are not doing what you're supposed to do because of your own level, you are shortchanging them, you are destroying their music, and you are killing the spirit. Because if you have a standard choir and you have what it takes, please allow them, let them move according to their level. But if you know the choir is not at that, if you cannot bring them to that level, to a higher level, leave them at their level and do simple things that they can handle. Not every choir can do Hallelujah chorus. Please, it's only choirs that have what it takes. And when I was talking before now, I said it that my emphasis is always on my choir. All the members of my choir must be able to citrate. People see it as a difficult task. I don't know, but it has always been easy for me for over 30 years. Yes, in formative stage, we work together. And that's why I always want to have Ayo around. Because give him any music, he will play. That is the tradition me I'm used to. That's where I was grooming those who I work with. I just give you music, we play. Give you music, we play. Today, people asking for Tony so far for hymns. How did they teach anthems? We are just deceiving ourselves, honestly, until we learn to leave all these things and face reality. We are just deceiving ourselves, and that's the truth.
Thank you, Dr. Fadeyi. And I believe one of the words that is emphasizing upon is that we should reduce being mediocre in our work. Mr. Michael Gule, please, let's have you. You can unmute your mic. Mr. Michael. All right, Dr. Blessing, please, let's have you. You can
Hello?
talk. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Segun.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
sir.
sir.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Oh, the network is bad. Good
We
Dr.
can hear
afternoon,
you.
Blessing,
Dr.
we can
Segun.
hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yes, I want to thank you for this the lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The network wouldn't allow me to listen, to follow you only, but you talk about making money while playing organ and all that. I just want to ask that what advice do you have for or to give to those pastors that look down on the organists? They will tell you you are working for God. I give you an example. When I was in your state, even my church, there was a time somebody raised that issue that let's appreciate this young man. One man came, a father. He said, "Oh no, 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 no! If you paid him now, I can even go and bring my children. They know how to play this thing and all that, and you know." Apart from that, there's another church in the east that there was a time they said, no, let's begin to appreciate this man. In the church council, somebody raised that issue. He said, if you pay, then that means we'll be paying the Austrian people, the Austrian department, those that are working the Austrian unit, even those that the Sunday school teacher and all that. That was how they pegged it. So when you talk about it has been on the social media, even on Facebook several times, this has been a controversial. This has been a very an issue discussed on Facebook almost every time when I enter Facebook. People are like, does you do you need to pay an organist? Do you need to pay instrumentalists and all that? So what has been, because there are some pastors that will tell you that no, 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 no. If any instrumentalist collecting money is an abomination, is not good and all that. So, but when you talk about it, you talk about economy. You have to feed your family and all that.
Yes.
Perhaps that's what you do. So, I want to know your view. What advice do you have for those pastors that look down on the organists, on instrumentalists generally? Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I kept emphasizing one word: mediocrity. Even we organists, we don't need to be mediocres. Look, you can use any church as a training ground, but if they are not ready to pay your money, please go to where they can pay your money. Sorry, I'm a blunt person. I say things as it were. I remember when I was in BAM, when I was training choristers and registering them for graded exams, and some of them gained the ability to play the organ, some were leaving, and the church were like, all these people you are training, they are leaving for another church, that they are leaving our church. And I asked them a question: do they remain your children? They said yes. Then you can't tie them down. If it is a church, then train them. If you know you want to retain them, then pay them. Even my instrumentalists in the band, I recommend that they should be paying them when I was in BAM, near BAM. I'm in All Saints now. The first thing I did when I got there is to talk to the church, appeal with the vicar. Please review the salary of this instrumentalist. May the Lord bless my vicar. He has done that twice. And today, that's when I was able to tell them what I want. You must rehearse. I don't want this kind of music. You are not dressing well. Because I'm talking to them when they are not well paid or when they are not paid. Who are you talking to? An empty stomach person? Those who are saying they should not pay organists, I will talk to the organists. I won't talk to them, because some of them are ministers of God. And me, I don't like going there. So let me talk to my own department. Please, organists, if they are not ready to pay you, two things. One, use that church or that platform to groom yourself and gain the skill. Two, get out of that place and go to where they can pay you, because it's very discouraging you laboring and nobody's giving you money. Is it for free? Did you learn your music for free? If they want free, then they should pick somebody from their choir. Those who want, like he said, those who want to go and bring their children, they should bring their children to be playing. There are churches that need your services outside there. Please don't bother about it's my home church. I don't know anything about home church. I only know about this is what I'm worth, and if you are not ready to give it, I go to where they can pay my money. Simple. It's yes, we are doing work of God. We are doing ministry. If I'm not eating, can I come? Can I sit down on the other? Can I teach your choir if I'm empty, if I'm hungry? No, now, please, let's be realistic. And then, please, once you are going for an interview, this I've been saying on our platform. Churches are very funny. Tell them at that spot what you know, the minimum you can collect from the church. Not that after employing, you now be complaining outside, the money they're paying me is too small. Why did you collect it in the first instance? Tell them what you want. Because they may not review, they may not even increase your salary for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So tell them exactly what you want. If all of us have that mindset, they will understand that if you don't pay these people well, they will leave. So tell them, so that instead of complaining. When I went to All Saints, I told them, this is what I will collect, and this and for senior services. In fact, they even told me they will give. So tell them what you want. If they cannot give you, it's not compulsory work in that church place. Just go where you know you'll be more relevant and you'll be appreciated. That's my advice.
Okay, Dr. Blessing, I hope your question was being answered. And finally, Mr.
Yes, very
Michael.
well. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, too, sir.
Mr. Michael. Okay, I believe his network is kind of off. So during the course of the conversation, we had like quite a number of people that were talking about you. We have someone like Abiodun George. Yeah. Then we have someone, Michael Ogunleye. Yes. Then Grace Olaoluwa. And Grace Olaoluwa. Yes, so they gave their different compliment. Okay, Dr. Oladile Ayorinde, please, you can mute your mic. All right. The first comment. Okay.
Hello.
Oh yeah,
Thank you
we
so
can hear
much,
you.
Dr. Fadeyi.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much for accepting our invitation and joining us today at the Organ House. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate you and your kind, acceptance for, to contribute to this important conversation, which is obvious today, the ways in which you have engage and explore all the important issues that is quite it's a collective thing. It's things that some of there are issues that all of us are going through. But thank you for helping us navigate them to a larger extent. So thank you so much. I need to thank you for that.
Thank you,
And
sir.
also, of course, you are a quite, how do I put it now? You are closer to us at the organals, but yet we still need to thank you. So I'd like to thank you. But I'm also more interested. I'm interested in your business, the business component of your work, because it is one of the areas that many organists, those of us who work in the church, we take for granted, we say because we have studied music or we play the organ so well or we are into choral directing. So we give our life to it. It's good, of course. But the reality is that things are changing every day. The nation's economy, even the organ ecosystem, we all know the tensions here and there. So it is a huge ecosystem, but full with tension and different issues here and there. So, but I am interested in ways in which organists, musicians generally can also develop business from their practice, like what you are doing now. I'm not talking about music business. That's a very, very loose word that people use here and there. But the business of music, like you are you are a choirmaster, you are a music scholar, educator, but you build something from that ecosystem and create a niche that is in one way or the other feeding into the professional aspect. I don't know if you could just perhaps if anyone wants to go into publishing business, how can they go into it? I think that's very important because I see publishing as a big deal in Nigeria. People are not even looking into it to start with. So what can they do to go into publishing and start all these things? Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, doctor. Yeah, publishing is a big business. I will confess that to you. This is where you invest and get like times 5, times 6 of your investment. I'm confessing that to you. So if I invest 1 million, you know what I'm expecting. It's a very lucrative area. However, like I've been telling those who are bringing their books to me to help them publish, you need to consider the market. Okay, you are a music person. You want to go into publishing. Take for example, you want to publish a book on voice training. Yes, let me take that as an example now. You want to publish a book on voice training. And we have soprano, alto, tenor, bass. This is Nigeria. I don't know. I love to localize whatever I'm doing. I don't want to know about the Western world. You want to publish a book on voice training. If your voice training is only on this high voice, and that is all, it's only people with high voice that be looking for, and how many of them do we have? So if you want to publish book as a Nigerian in this our own clan here, you need to consider the market. We have soprano, alto, tenor, bass. You need to look at to work more than just writing for that soprano, the high voice and low voice. You write for the two. In addition, because you are targeting the market, those ones are not enough to fetch you money. You want to publish your book. Include songs that people can relate with as as sample. Include the songs after that even the congregation can relate with. Make sure the texts are also there. Then you have packaged something for not only somebody want to learn voice, but also people that want to sing that have been looking for the text or the music of that particular song. They will buy your book. So you need to look at the market before you do your publication. Then another thing is you need to be focused. You need to be serious. And there is need for us to consider quality in whatever we are doing. You can't say because you want to publish book, because you want to be making money, and you rush something out. If you rush it out, it will rush back to you. I've made that mistake before, and later I started thinking of, oh, I can now work on this again. I've made that mistake myself before. No matter what, if it is not of quality, it will come back to you. So make sure you have that quality. But that quality is not what you will sell in the market. It is your market target. Have a market target in whatever you are doing. You can even be repairing an instrument. But if you are repairing only one instrument, it's only when they need somebody for that instrument they will call you. If you are repairing two, it's only when they need. There's somebody on the platform that says any solo instrument, bring it within solo period of time. I quickly save that person's number. That if I have a problem with my keyboard, I can call this person. Because it is our environment that is dictating all these things. We need to be more creative in whatever we are doing. Market. I kept emphasizing market. Target the market in whatever publication we want to do. If you want to go into publishing, the market is the most important thing. Be sure you have the market.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to read through some of the comments that people wrote on the comment section. The first one, which is Abiodun George, she said, Dr. Segun is my first organ teacher and
My
choir
first
master.
student as well.
Wow, interesting.
My first
We
organ.
should give her an award.
She's my first student. 1990, was it 97 or 98?
She joined the choir in 1999.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And the same year, he introduced me to organ as a choir girl.
And the same year she sang with solo.
Wow.
The same year she learned sight reading.
Should we call her in so that we can come on? So, truly, the first thing it does for new members is to organize a sight reading class. He encouraged me to study music, enrolled me for the Muson exams in 2000, and later took me to the Lagos State University where I started diploma in music program, and later proceeded to my first degree. He's the genesis of my interest to study music, and for all the music classes with him, he didn't collect any money from me. Wow. And that's why you're getting the reward for all the money now. So he didn't collect any money from me. There is no way I will write about my musical journey without his name. Thanks so much, Dr. Fadeyi. Abiodun is sincerely grateful. So you can give her a shout out.
Thank you, Biodun. Well done. You are doing well.
Yeah.
As the chairman of Nigerian Organist now.
Exactly. She's our
The
celeb.
chairperson.
Exactly. So before I continue with the comments, I believe Mr. Michael Ogunleye is back. Please, can you unmute your mic? Thank you.
This network.
So the same Mr. Michael said, I'm happy to be part of this program. Dr. Segun Fadeyi, kudos to you. I appreciate. Okay, yeah. You're welcome. We appreciate you too. Then Dr. Blessing said, kudos to Dr. Segun. Then Dr. Grace Olaoluwa, she said, kudos for the interview session. Well done. Then, yeah. Then she's saying kudos to you too, that you are down to it. I mean, you're a very humble man, and everything you'll be saying is quite informative. So I believe that's all for today. Thank you so much. And our announcement for today. We are happy to announce the second international symposium for the Organ House Concert and Seminar Series. It's a 5-day program of music making, networking, and scholarly engagement. It is free, and we look forward to the registration portal opening very soon. So just keep a close eyes on all our social media handle, and when the link is up, do well to register so that you can be part of this transforming symposium. The second one is the Department of Music at Mountaintop University is also hosting the ANIM conference in August. And the call for paper is out, so you can kindly submit your abstract for the conference. Um, Dr. Fadeyi, on behalf of Organals, we say thank you for joining us, and we look forward to learning more from you and your work, and also your impact in the coming years.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome, sir.
So happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. God bless you for the good work you are doing.
Amen. Thank you. So, dear we are excited to have you every week, and we look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, the same time, 1 p.m. And all right, thank you so much. Bye.